Shemuel Bet, or 2 Samuel, chapter 22. Then David spoke to Yehovah the words of this song on the day when Yehovah had delivered him from the hand of all his enemies and from the hand of Shaul. And he said, Yehovah is my rock and my stronghold and my deliverer. My Elohim is my rock. I take refuge in him, my shield and the horn of my deliverance, my high tower and my refuge, my Savior. You save me from violence. I call on Yehovah, the one to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. For the ways of death surrounded me. Floods of Belial made me afraid. The cords of Sheol were all around me. The snares of death were before me. In my distress, I called upon Yehovah, and to my Elohim I cried. And from his Hakal he heard my voice, and my cry was in his ears. And the earth shook and trembled, and the foundations of the heavens were troubled, because he was wroth. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and devouring fire from his mouth. Coals were kindled by it. And he bowed the heavens and came down, and thick darkness was under his feet. He rode upon a cherub and flew, and was seen upon the wings of the wind. And he put darkness around him as booths, darkness of waters, thick clouds. From the brightness before him, coals of fire were kindled. Yehovah thundered from the heavens, and the Most High sent forth his voice. And he sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning and confused them. And the channels of the sea were seen, the foundations of the world were uncovered at the rebuke of Yehovah, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils. He sent from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, from those hating me, for they were stronger than I. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but Yehovah was my support, and he brought me out into a large place. He delivered me, for he delighted in me. Yehovah rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands he repaid me. For I have guarded the ways of Yehovah, and have not acted wrongly against my Elohim. For all his right rulings are before me. As for his laws, I do not turn from them. And I am perfect before him, and I guard myself from my crookedness. And Yehovah repays me according to my righteousness, according to my cleanness before his eyes. With the lovingly committed ones, you show yourself lovingly committed. With the perfect one, you show yourself perfect. With the clean, you show yourself clean. And with the crooked, you show yourself twisted. For you save the humble people, but your eyes are on the haughty to bring them low. For you are my lamp, O Yehovah, and Yehovah makes my darkness light. For with you I run against a band. With my Elohim I leap over a wall. The El, his ways are perfect. The word of Yehovah is proven. He is a shield to all who take refuge in him. For who is El besides Yehovah, and who is a rock besides our Elohim? El is my mighty stronghold, and he makes my way perfect, making my feet like the feet of a deer, and sets me on high places, teaching my hands for battle, so that my arms bend a bow of bronze. And you give me the shield of your deliverance, and your lowliness makes me great. You enlarge my step under me, so that my feet shall not slip. I pursue my enemies and destroy them, and I do not turn back till they are destroyed. and I destroy them and crush them so they do not rise and fall under my feet. And you gird me with strength for battle. You cause my adversaries to bow under me, and you make my enemies turn their backs, those hating me, and I cut them off. They look, but there's no Savior, unto Yehovah, but he shall not answer them. And I beat them as the dust of the earth. I beat them as small as the dirt in the streets. I spread them out. And you deliver me from the strivings of my people. You safeguard me as the head of the nations. A people I have not known serve me. Sons of the foreigner submit to me. As soon as they hear, they obey me. Sons of the foreigner fade away and gird themselves from their strongholds. Yehovah lives, and blessed is my rock, and exalted is my Elohim, the rock of my deliverance. El, who gives vengeance to me, and bringing peoples down under me, and bringing me out from my enemies. You raise me up above those rising up against me. You deliver me from a man of violence. Therefore I give thanks to you, O Yehovah, among nations, and I sing praise to your name. A tower of deliverance is he to his sovereign, and showing loving commitment to his anointed, to David and his seed forever. Chapter 23. And these are the last words of David, the saying of David, son of Yishai, the saying of the man raised above, the anointed of Elohim of Yaakov, and the sweet singer of Israel. The Spirit of Yehovah has spoken through me, and his word is on my tongue. The Elohim of Israel said, the rock of Israel spoke to me, one who rules over man righteously. Who rules in the fear of Elohim is like the light of the morning when the sun rises, a morning without clouds, tender grass from the earth, from sunshine, from rain. For is not my house so with El? For he has made an everlasting covenant with me, ordered in all matters and guarded, for all my deliverance and all desire. Shall he not make it send forth a branch? But all the worthless are all as thorns thrust away, for they're not taken with hands. But the man who touches them uses iron or the shaft of a spear, and with fire they are burned up in their place. These are the names of the mighty men whom David had. Yosheb-Beshebeth, the Tachamonite, chief among the officers. He was Adino, the Etznite, for 800 slain at one time. And after him was Eleazar, son of Dodo, the Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men with David when they taunted the Philistines who were gathered there for battle, and the men of Israel had gone up. He arose and struck the Philistines until his hand was weary, but his hand clung to the sword. So Yehovah brought about a great deliverance that day. And the people returned after him only to plunder. And after him was Shammah, son of Agag, the Hararite. And the Philistines had gathered into a company where there was a plot of ground covered with lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he took his stand in the middle of the field and delivered it and struck the Philistines. And Yehovah wrought a great deliverance. And 3 of the 30 chief men went down at harvest time and came to David at the cave of Adullam, while the army of the Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in the stronghold, while a watchpost of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed and said, "Oh, that someone would give me a drink of the water from the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate." And the three mighty men broke through the camp of the Philistines and drew water from the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. But he would not drink it, but poured it out to Yehovah. And he said, "Far be it from me, O Yehovah, to do this, the blood of the men who went at the risk of their lives." So he would not drink it. This is what the three mighty men did. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, son of Zeruiah, was chief of another three, and he lifted his spear against 300 men whom he slew, and had a name among these three. Was he not the most esteemed of three? And he became their commander, but he did not come to the first three. And Benaiah was the son of Jehoiada, son of a brave man from Kabzeel, great in deeds. He struck 2 lion-like men of Moab, and he went down and struck a lion in the midst of a pit on a snowy day. And he struck a Mitzrite, an impressive man, and the Mitzrite had a spear in his hand. So he went down to him with a staff, wrestled the spear out of the Mitzrite's hand, and killed him with his own spear. This is what Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, did, and had a name among 3 mighty men. He was more esteemed than the 30, but he did not come to the first 3. And David set him over his guard. Asael, the brother of Joab, was one of the 30, Elhanan, son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shammah the Harodite, Elikah the Harodite, Haletz the Paltite, Ira, son of Akesh the Tekoite, Abiezar the Anethothite, Mebunai the Hushathite, Salmon the Ahohite, Maharai the Netophathite, Haleb, son of Baanah the Netophathite, Ittai, son of Rabai from Geba of the children of Benjamin, Benaiah the Pirathonite, Hiddai from the wadis of Gaash, Abi-Alban the Arbathite, Asmaweth the Barhumite, Eliabah the Sha'albanite of the sons of Yeshen, Yehonathan, Shammah the Hararite, Ahiam son of Sharar the Hararite, Eliphalet son of Ahasbai, son of the Ma'akathite, Eliam son of Ahithophel the Gilonite, Hatzrai the Carmelite, Paarai the Arbite, Yagal son of Nathan of Zobah, Benai the Gadite, Selech the Ammonite, Naharai the Beerothite, armor-bearer of Joab, son of Zeruiah, Ira the Yithrite, Gareb the Yithrite, and Uriah the Hittite, 37 in all. Psalm 57. Show me favor, O Elohim, show me favor. For in you my being is taking refuge, and in the shadow of your wings I take refuge until destruction passes by. I cry out to the Most High Elohim, to El, who is perfecting all matters for me. He sends from the heavens and saves me. He reproaches the one who would swallow me up, Selah. Elohim, sends forth his loving commitment and his truth. My being is in the midst of lions. I lie among those who breathe fire, whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue is a sharp sword. Be exalted, O Elohim, above the heavens. Let your esteem be above all the earth. They've prepared a net for my footsteps. My being was bowed down. They have dug a pit for me. They fell into the midst of it. Selah. My heart is firm, O Elohim, my heart is firm. I sing and praise. Awake, my esteem, awake, harp and lyre. I awake the dawn. I praise you among the peoples, O Yehovah. I sing to you among the nations, for your loving commitment is great up to the heavens, and your truth unto the clouds. Be exalted above the heavens, O Elohim. Let your esteem be above all the earth.